Hello everyone, this is Divine Justice-3838 coming to you live. I know it's been a while since I've been live. I've had a lot of things been going on lately, so I haven't really had much of a chance to come on like I've been wanting to. A lot of life-changing situations and information given to me. Um, but For anybody out there that is new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. My channel is for live discussions, anything you'd like to talk about, anything you'd like to discuss. Um, I try and help people the best that I can with either past situations that I've been through before or different things like that that's going on. Um, I do have, I do oracle card readings as well for anybody that would like that done. It's not a necessary thing, but it is something that I do. Um, but other than that, I'd like to welcome everybody to my channel. Like I said, everybody's welcome here. It's a non-judgmental channel. Um, I allow people to discuss and talk and just anything they like to on my page. The only thing I ask is not to get tied in the lines of religious or politics or different things like that. That's the only thing I really don't like on my channel as far as being talked about. But as you can see, I've been working on growing my channel for a while now. I do have a couple regulars that I talk to, even outside of YouTube and everything. I become close friends with them and everything, and that's basically what I'm doing on here is trying to be able to meet and communicate and talk with people from around the world, being able to help people where I'm capable of, whether it just be as a friend or as information of how I feel about things or the way anybody else feels about things. Like I said, my channel's open for discussion for anybody that would like to join. Um, I used to come live a couple times throughout the day to help with time schedules, and I'd like to get back to doing that again. Um, like I said, everybody's welcome to join and subscribe to my channel and come into the lives and chat with all of us. I mean, it's like I said, my channel is the Divine Justice community. It's a community for people to come in and talk and discuss and become friends. And like I said, I do oracle readings on the side for anybody that wants that done also. I don't charge anything, I don't ask anything in return. Just that you be respectful and keep the channel on a positive vibe. And there's no age restrictions, there's no you have to be this certain type way or this certain type person or believe a certain way or anything like that. Everybody's welcome to join. The chat's open for everyone. I try not to block anyone or remove anybody's messages. The only time I do is if it's either a topic that I don't want discussed or it's a rude comment. But like I said, I do oracle card readings and I do discussions. That's what I'm building my channel on. It's building a community for people to be able to communicate with each other. Um, Nowadays, this is a way that a lot of people communicate. It is either in live chats or text messages or uh, social media. There's not a whole lot of one-on-one contact anymore. So everybody's changing to a different type of platform to where they're able to talk to each other. And that's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to meet people from around the world and build a community where we're able to communicate with each other. And like I said, I'm an open, sometimes blunt person that I'm willing to discuss and basically give my opinion of how I feel about pretty much anything. All you have to do is ask or say something in the lines of what subject you want to talk about. And I'll give you my straight, honest answer. I've came to the point of so much has happened in my life that it's not how anybody else feels about the way you see things. It's all about how you do things. And the only one that can determine how your life is or how you feel is yourself. And that's how I feel about a lot of things. And sometimes we have no control of them. We can't control what happens to us as far as what someone else is going to do to us or how someone else treats us or what someone else thinks about us. But only we can decide how we feel about ourselves. So, I mean, like I said, my chat's open for anybody out there that wants to talk or communicate. So if anybody has any questions or would like an oracle reading or anything like that, just let me know. I have no problem doing that for y'all. Like I said, I come on here and I try to help as many people as I can, how I can, where I can. I know I've had a couple people come on here and was very thankful of the advice and the way I was able to help them. Just being able to talk to someone about the situation is what helped them start their healing process, and that's what a lot of people got to do. A lot of people keep things bottled up, and it'll basically eat them alive. I was watching a lady on YouTube the other day, and I can't remember exactly how she put it, but it was in the terms of basically if you keep something negative in your body, basically all it's going to do is it's going to basically mess you up. It's going to tear up your insides, both mentally, physically, emotionally, mentally, pretty much any way you can think of it is going to do something to you and cause you to be someone you don't want to be, or worse. Boyd, it's good seeing you on. I know it's been a while since I've been on and everything. I've had a lot of life-changing, different information and situations happen within the past, probably last 2-3 weeks. So, I mean, that's why I haven't been live. I know I wish I could come live more and everything. I want to try and start doing it, coming live again more, but it's no guarantee because of everything that's going on. I mean, I've been all right physically, basically. I mean, I'm still healthy. It's just I'm gonna be straight up. I'm gonna be straight up blunt and honest with you. I'm not gonna mention any names because I know this person wouldn't want me to. But I've had a life-changing information given to me, and it's a situation that's going partially how I want it, but not fully. Um, let's just say I'm gonna be able to be a part of someone's life, but I'm not gonna be able to be able to contact it with this. I'm just gonna be straight, blunt, and honest with you. Okay, that's the type of person I am. Um, that's the person I'm changing to be. I'm willing to speak my mind now and tell people the truth, whether people want to know the truth, hear it when I hear the truth or not. Um, my ex-girlfriend that I was recently with 6 months ago, that basically said the reason why it wouldn't work out with me is because I was a toxic and negative person. Um, someone got a hold of me and basically told me that she's carrying my kid, and I found out that she's willing to let me be a part of his life and help raise him in ways, but she does not want any type of contact with me whatsoever. She doesn't want to see me, she doesn't want to talk to me, or anything like that. So, yeah, I mean, I am going to be a part of his life, but it's hard to say that I know how some kids are raised, or how some kids have been raised, or how some kids grew up. Um, when you have a mother and father that aren't together, but both of them are in your life, when they're not communicating in any type of way, that's hard on that kid. And that's one thing that I'm trying to convey to her, or communicate to her, but she doesn't want to communicate with me. She's blocked me everywhere. The only way I was able to get this information is from another source. And I even found out that she got mad that I found out that I knew she was pregnant with my kid. And like I said, she basically told this person that I could be in his life, I could help him raise him and everything else like this, but she didn't want anything to do with me whatsoever. That's communication, that's seeing me, that's talking to me, that's anything. And I'm willing to go that route if that's what it has to be in order for me to be a part of his life. But at the same time, I know it's going to be hard, really trying to agree on certain things or plan certain things, or I can't remember exactly what I told him. It was not her, but the person that told me. The only reason I wanted, or the only type of communication I wanted with her, was in order for us to be able to agree or arrange or anything that has to do with the kid. Because I mean, it's kind of hard. It's almost like that one game that you play when you're a kid is you'd say something in someone's ear, and then you would say it in someone else's, or you would say it in someone else's, or it's like you hear something from someone, but it's not the real. I guess you could say it's not. They're not relaying the message the way the person, or they're not communicating it the way it should be. I mean, if that makes sense and everything. I mean, it's just I want to be able to get it to where me and his mother are able to make arrangements or communicate just about him. It doesn't have to be about anything else if they don't want it to. I just want it to be about making arrangements and agreements for the kid's sake. Not for mine, but for his. And I know what you're saying, Boyd, and everything, and I've tried communicating this. I mean, the person that told me this and everything is really close with them. I mean, all the information that I got from about the whole situation and everything that's going on, that person has told me that they will do their best and that they would try and talk to her about everything. But I don't know exactly how to put it. I mean, I don't, I've never said or said anything negative about her at all. Even after everything that happened between me and her, I still don't feel bad about her. I understand why she feels the way she does now, and I respect her for her choices. But at the same time, she has to understand where I'm coming from. I mean, the one reason why I'm trying to change as much as I can as far as my person out altogether is this will be my fourth kid. Okay, this will be my fourth kid. I never got to raise my other three. I was young and dumb. I didn't do what needed to be done. I didn't I didn't take the effort to when I was younger. I had different, I guess you could say, I had different doubts at times and different worries, and I didn't do what I needed to do. I'm getting now to the age and everything. I know a lot of people not think it. I'm getting to the age that more than likely this is going to be my last kid. This is going to be my last chance to be a part of at least one of my kids' lives. A chance to actually be able to at least help raise one of my kids. And I already told them I'll do what I can, the hardest I can, the best I can. That even now at my age and everything, I still have that almost what they call first time parent fear. Um, I worry about if am I going to be able to raise him right? Am I going to be able to do everything that I need to do? Am I going to be so clueless that they make it where I can't see him? I mean, that's some of the worries and fears that I have now, and that's something that I don't want to happen. I want to be able to be a part of his life. I want to be able to help raise him. And thank you, Void. I hope so too. Um, and this is going to be happening a lot sooner than a lot of people would think. Like I said, this is if you remember some of my old lives and everything, I would say something in lines that I have personal things and subjects I don't talk about. Well, this was one of them, and I've said that for a while. So, like I was saying, this is going to be happening a lot sooner than people think, and um, yeah, more than likely, as far as what I know and have been told, it's gonna be starting around mid-December. So that's one thing that's really been on my mind the last couple of weeks. But like I said, the person that told me, that gave me this information, said that my my ex told them that they don't care if they don't mind. It's not they don't care. It's they don't mind if they bring him to see me or I go over to their house to see him, but she doesn't want me going over to her house. She doesn't want me seeing. She doesn't want to be seeing me. She doesn't want to be talking to me or anything else like that. And like I said, that's just my main thing is if she doesn't want to see me, okay, she doesn't have to. She doesn't want to have anything to do with me, okay, that's fine. But at least communicate with me about our son. And that's the only thing I would talk to them about. If she did talk to me, that's the only thing I would talk to her about. If she would give me that chance and that effort and that courtesy of just talking to me about our son, that's what I would do. I mean, another thing that what's happened is I with her, with my ex and everything, I've had feelings for her ever since I was like 8 years old, and that's one reason why I got with her is because I had liked her for so long, and it was hard for me to get over those feelings and to lose those feelings. But once we were in a relationship and everything happened the way it did, I can now see and understand that that was more of a life lesson than it was a relationship. And with everything that's happening now, it still is part of a life lesson. It's going to be at least a life lesson for another 18 years. But like I said, that's why I haven't been alive so much, and like you said, boy, and everything, that I sounded the way I kind of did sound, and that's the reason for it is because the last couple of days my mind has been racing like crazy of things that I hope or want to happen and not being able to. I'll tell you, like I told the person that's been telling me this. I'm the type of person that it's hard for me to believe things until either I hear it from the source or I see it in person. And that's the way it is with her. I mean, I know I know the person that's been telling me this has said she has no problem with me being a part of his life and then bringing him up here to see me, or me going up there to see him at their house or anything like that. But it's hard for me to believe that until I actually hear it from the source. It's not that I don't believe the person that's telling me, it's just that's the way my mind has always worked. And I know it's an odd thing, or sometimes it's a bad thing, but that's just part of who I am. I've always been that way. And Boyd, thank you. If you have to go and everything, I understand that, but again, thank you for being part of the community, and thank you for coming onto the stream. I really appreciate it. But like I said, anybody else out there that would has anything they like to talk about, anything they like to communicate about, feel free to come into the comments to the chat. Um, Boyd's been a part of the community for a while now, so if anybody else would like to subscribe, feel free to. Everybody's welcome. And I'm hoping, like I said, usually I don't post my lives, but I might post this one just so hopefully people will see that I truly am honest about being and trying my best with this kid. I mean, like I said, I know I messed up when I was younger. I wasn't a part of my kid's life like I should have been. And this is probably going to be my last chance to be part of my kid's life fully, as far as from birth until they're adults. I just hope that his mother is willing to at least understand and see why I feel and why I'm saying what I'm saying, why I feel the way I feel. Like I said, this is more than likely going to be my last child, and I actually want to try and be the best that I can with them. I know I screwed up with my other kids, and I'm going to try my best not to do the same thing with this one, if I'm given that opportunity. And from what I'm being told, I am going to have that opportunity, but I would like to make it to where there is better communication, I guess you could say, or a better understanding or willingness, being more civil. I mean, just having a kid with someone and not talking to them just because of some reason, and you're gonna be putting that on that kid also. The kid's gonna have to go through the same thing. Like I said, I know of people that it's happened to before, and other kids that's had to deal with this that are my age, that they had to deal with this when they were kids that were my age that had to deal with this type of situation when they were kids. There we go. As far as having two parents living in a separate households that the parents won't even communicate with each other. And it's a hard time, and it's something that's rough on a kid. And that's what they told me, is it was hard on them. But I mean, I can't control what she does. I can't tell her what to do. I'm not trying to push her more than things need to be. Things are gonna happen the way they happen. I'm just hoping that we can compromise with each other for the sake of the kid. Not for the sake of me, not because it's what I want. All I'm thinking about is the kid. That's all I want. It is for him to be able to live a decent life and actually have both of his parents a part of his life. I know a lot of kids out there that have either a mom or just a dad, and they have a hard time. And that's something that I'm trying to make where that doesn't happen to him. And like I said, I've been told a lot of that information. I do know it's a him. I even know his name. But I mean, the person that told me all this information, they even told me that she got mad when she found out that they told me even. But yeah, that's the past. I'm not trying to stay as positive as I can with everything. I'm glad I'm actually gonna be able to have a chance of being a part of his life. I'm trying to take it day by day. I still do, like I said, I kind of still have those almost, like I said, I haven't been able to raise any of my kids and everything or be really a major part of their lives. So I'm kind of still having those, I guess you could call them first time parent worries and fears. I know the person told me they would basically have an open door for me anytime I wanted to see them, and they understand what I meant by the first time parenting things, and they would try and help me the best they could, and they would help me along the way. And that I'm thankful for. I mean, it's his grandmother, so I mean, it's a lot of things to think about at once. I mean, I have other things going on too at the same time. But I'm gonna do my best to make this pretty much one of my top priorities. And, well, actually, my top priority is being able to truly make him a part of my life. After him, I'll have 3 boys and a girl. But like I said, this is going to be something that's happening really quickly. As far as what I've been told, she's due in mid to late December. So, I mean, like his grandma said and everything, he's not even born yet. We got to take this day by day, one step at a time, and I'm trying to do my best with that. My mind has always been the type to think about the best but prepare for the worst. So I still struggle with that. That's one thing I do still struggle is sometimes I worry too much. And I try not to. But sometimes it's hard to control what the mind wants to do. I have been trying to do more grounding and meditation type things to try and help with that, and it has. I mean, it's better than it was, but there's still other things that I'm working on also. One thing that I've learned or in learning to do is I saw a video probably about a month or two ago, and they were saying things in the line of there's really only two choices in life, is either to have a positive attitude or a negative attitude. um, I'm trying to keep my positive attitude. That's what you have to do in life. um, a negative attitude is basically not going to do nothing but deteriorate you over time. um, in one way that they said the best way to do that is to basically detain, or what was it? They said from now on, I am going to from now on, I'm going to maintain a positive attitude. And that's basically what I'm trying to do. And I'm going to do my best to do. I mean, negativity gets you nowhere. Bib, yes, I do remember you. It's good seeing you on again. I don't know how long you've been watching or anything, but I was talking about a lot of different things that's been going on. Why I haven't been live for so long. I've had a lot of life changing information given to me. It's not the best ideal situation that I want it to be. Let's just say about a couple weeks ago, someone got in contact with me and gave me some life-changing information that in a couple months I'm probably going to be having, well, there's no probably about it. More than likely, this is going to be my last kid. The mother wants nothing to do with me. She doesn't want to see me. She doesn't want to talk to me. She doesn't want to communicate with me. She's blocked me everywhere. But someone has got a contact with me saying that she doesn't have a problem with me being a part of their life, but they don't want anything to do with me. They have no problem with them bringing him to see me or me going up there to see them at their house. It's just they don't want to have anything to do with me. But I found out that she is, my ex-girlfriend is actually pregnant with my kid, and she is due in mid to late December, more than likely. So I'm going to do my best to be a part of this kid's life, to raise it the right way. I wasn't able to raise my other 3 kids. I wasn't really able to be a part of their life, and realizing this is more than likely going to be my last kid, I want to do things right this time. There's no reason for me to. I know for a fact it is. For the reasoning of, while I was with her, living with her, I was with her 24/7. We went everywhere together. We done everything together. I have no doubt that this is going to be my son. The timeline lines up as far as when I was there. We've been separated for 6 months, and she's about 7 months along. If is that right? April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, 6 months. 6 months and let's see, 16, April, May, June, July, August, September, 6, 7, 8, 6 months and 2 weeks, about, and she's about 7 months along. Like I said, the last I heard, that she's due in mid to late December. But I do know, like I was saying, I do know that she's more than 5 months along because she had an ultrasound done last month, and from the first time, from what I've been heard, that she's, like I said, she's doing mid to late December is what I've heard. So she would be at least close to 7 months along. So but like I said, I'm hoping everything works out and everything like that. I know I just now saw about the message that was hidden for review, but I understand what you're saying, but you don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or sound rude or anything. It's no disrespect. I understand that's how you see it and everything. But I know her personally and everything, and that's not something that she would do. Like I said, I was with her from November, the end of November to the beginning of April, and for 98% of that time, I was with her all the time. So that's why I have no doubt that this is my kid. So no, it's not. It's not anything like that. I know for a fact because an incident like this happened with someone else, and I'm not going to go into details because that's a lot of information. But as far as I know, the only thing this person is going to ask me is me to be a part of their life. Either be a part of life or don't have anything to do with them. That's my two choices. They're not going to try to come after me for child support or anything like that. They're not going to try and do any type of insurance scam or I mean, my plan is do what I can. Um, Go and visit him when I can, see him when I can, do everything I can for him, be a part of his life, help raise him the best I can. Um, and yeah, you will hear from me after this and everything. I still will have my channel. I still will do my lives. I'll still come on here and communicate with anybody that wants to communicate with me. I still do I'll still do my live oracle readings in the evening and everything else. I'm not going to let something like this change what I'm trying to do, but at the same time, I am going to be making him the priority of my life. And you're right, and that's what I'm trying to say. That I'm getting to the age and everything that when I was young, I didn't do things right the way they should have been done. But now I'm at that age that I realize what I done before was not right, and I want to do things right this time. I'm pretty much at that age that this is pretty much going to be my last kid. Unless some type of other miracle happens, but as far as the way I'm seeing it and thinking of it is more than likely this is going to be the last kid and this is going to be my last chance to do things right. So that's what I want to do. And you're right, I want to be able to celebrate his life. I want to be a part of it. I even told him that at times I would like to be able to take him places to make core memories. Because as a kid gets older, that's what they're going to remember is their core memories of, oh, I got to go do this with my dad at one time, or one time me and my dad went and done this. I want to be able to do those. I want to be able to make those with him. I mean, that's one thing that is about me is, like I said, the person that's going to be, that I'm going to be going over to, seeing him and being able to bring him to see me. That person told me he's not even born yet. It's a day by day steps. We got to take it one day at a time. That's one thing about me that's hard to do is I'm a person that thinks 5-10 years down the line. And it's just, like I said, that's one reason why I haven't been live for so long, is I've had all these different types of thoughts and worries and fears, and I like I was saying, I don't know if you heard or not, but I have what people sometimes call a first time parenting worries and fears. Because basically, even though it is my fourth kid, it would be my first one that I actually get to be a part of their life and help raise them. So I mean, I've expressed that to the person that gave me this information, and is going to make it where I'm able to see them and everything. And they've tried to, I guess you can call it, they've tried to try and comfort me as far as not worrying about it so much, that they would help me also, but it's still there. Just plain straight blunt and honest. I still worry about it. I still think about it. It still scares me at times. It scares me. Am I going to be able to do things right this time? Am I going to be able to raise him the right way and all this other stuff? And it's scary. It does. It scares and worries me a lot. I'm trying not to let it, but it's yeah. I don't know what to say. And it's just part of my mind, part of my brain. I don't know what you call it. I mean, I'm not gonna broadcast what all she said to me as far as the person that relayed this information to me. I'm not gonna broadcast it all, but it at times I'm glad, but at other times it worries me. I'm glad that I'm going to be able to be a part of his life, but I'm worried that something's going to happen that is going to be taken away from me like the rest of my kids were. And you're right, I understand what you're saying, everything, but like I was saying there at the end, that's the only thing that worries me is I mean, I'll put it kind of like this. I have somewhat, I'll say it kind of like this. I have somewhat control of what happens as far as me seeing him, me being a part of his life, and everything like that. The part I don't have control of really is if there's something that happens and they don't like it, they're going to take him away. That's one thing that really gets to me at times is, yeah, I'm going to try my best, but I've never done this to this extent. So I don't know exactly everything that needs to be done or how things need to be handled or what needs to be said or what or anything like that. I don't know everything about that situation, and the fear is that they're gonna see that and they're gonna think in the lines of, well, he can't raise a kid right, he shouldn't be a part of his life, why maybe it's better if he doesn't see him. That's my fear. That's my worry. Um, but like I said, she said that. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm talking to this person that gave me the information and everything. That's what I'm trying to do. And see, that's my problem. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't know if you heard it or not, but that's one thing that I was saying earlier. That's what I have a problem with is I want to be able. You're right, and that's what I'm. Let me say it. The person, his mother, doesn't want to communicate with me. She doesn't want anything to do with me. She already told the person that told me this information said that she has no problem with me seeing or helping me raise him, but she doesn't want anything to do with me. She doesn't want to communicate with me. She doesn't want to see me. She doesn't want to talk to me or anything. That everything is having to go through this other person that gave me the information. And I told that person that I want to be able to communicate with her not as a communication, but as a communicating about the kid by itself. I don't want to talk about anything else. I don't want to talk about her relationship or what she's going through. I don't want to talk about me or what my relationship or anything I'm going through. I want it to be solely for the sake of the kid and about the kid. That's what I'm trying to accomplish, and that's what I want. But even the person that gave me this information said, I don't know if they would do that. And the person that gave me this information knows this person very well because it's her daughter. So, but like I said, and even the person that gave me this information said he's not even born yet. We still got a couple months, and I'm going to do my best to take it day by day. They said they would help me as far as helping me raise him the right way, and helping me being able to know in what need or can be done. They told me anything I get him or anything I buy him, they would make sure that he knows it's from Dad. Um, I just, yeah, it's a lot of it's a very difficult situation that I'm gonna have to deal with, but I'm gonna do my best to do what needs to and what can be done as far as my part. I mean, that habit, I told you, that's what this channel's for, is communication. Anybody can ask me anything they like, and um, if it's not something, if it's something that I feel I can answer, I'll answer it. No, this is not the first time they're about to give birth. This is actually will be their 7th live birth. And this will be my 4th. But 4 of her kids, her 4 oldest kids, are about my kids' age, so they're pretty much adults and everything, and not in the house. Yeah, she is. And like I said, I've told her before that I've never felt or said put her out as being a negative person. I mean, I still care for her as a person. Um, the feelings that I had towards her, as far as relationship feelings, I don't really have those anymore because of everything that's happened. But as a person, as as far as the person who she is, I I, I respect that. I have no negative feelings towards her. I see her as a normal person. And to be able to raise as many kids and the way she's had to raise some of her kids, um, yeah, she is a strong person. But yeah, and like I said, I know you haven't. Um, I haven't probably. I'm pretty sure I haven't said it while you're on here, but you can tell my setup's a little bit different. It's a little bland or blank right now. I'm actually in the process of remodeling the room or my area, so I'm kind of set up a little bit different in a different area for now. I'm hoping to get my room remodeled and everything here before too long, hopefully. I don't know because I've been having a lot of other stuff going on, and of course I have this situation going on now, so I'm thinking about that also. Um, and I will have to say this: I was looking at different things because I thought about trying to start looking and seeing different things that I could get them to help out. And compared to when I had my first son, because my first son I actually had for the first 6 months of his life. Um, Compared to when my first son was born, things are a lot more expensive now. But like I said, I'm gonna do what I have to do my best. I'm still doing a lot of different projects with Shonda and the person I was helping out, and she's really helping me out too. And I'm still doing work for her even now, and making extra money, helping her out, doing different things. I gotta meet her at 9 o'clock in the morning to do work. We're doing work on Wednesday. I helped her out like 3 or 4 days last week doing different things. So yeah, I've been busy. That's another reason why I haven't been coming online as much as I'd like to. Is I've just had so much that I've been trying to do, and everything going on, and all the situations happening, and the information being passed on, and just different things like that. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to get rid of my channel. I'm still gonna try and come on here as much as I can, um, when I can. I don't know how often that's gonna be or anything like that. I'm hoping I'm able to do it more than I have been. I know it's been like almost two weeks or so since I've been on. Um, like I said, I'm working on remodeling my area. I've been helping Shonda. Then I have found out about I have a kid on the way. Um, I'm gonna do my best to, once I get some of that knocked out, like as far as getting the room remodeled, Um, and then after the kid's born and everything like that, um, once I get everything done with Shonda that I'm trying to help her with, I'm hoping I'll be able to come on like I used to be. Um, so hopefully once I'm able to resolve some of these things and these different situations and everything that's going on, I'll be able to start coming on live more often and everything. Like I said, I'm not going to get rid of my channel. I'm not going anywhere. Um, it'll still be here. Um, I'll still try and come on periodically throughout the day. It may not be able to be as long as it used to be, but I'll still try and come on periodically. And I'll still be trying to do my nightly oracle read. No, actually, I did change that. I said I was going to start doing my live oracle readings on all of my lives. So yeah, I mean, even if I'm not able to come on my nightly lives and do oracle readings, I'll still do it in one of the other ones or all of the other ones that I do. Pretty much any live read or any time I come live, I'll be able to do oracle readings if anybody wants that done. Okay, got that cleared up, so now I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, like I said, it's a big life-changing ordeal that happened, but I'm going to try my best to be the dad or the person that I need to be. Um, like I said, I know I screwed up a lot in my past. I didn't do things the way I should have, but I'm willing to make sacrifices and do what can what I can do um, without putting myself in a bind. Um, if that makes sense. But if anybody else has any questions, like I said, feel free to comment. Don't let my rambling on distract y'all from if y'all want to ask anything. My channel is an open channel for anybody that wants to communicate. You can ask anything you like, non-judgmental. I can be blunt and honest, not trying to be hurtful or anything, but that's how I can be sometimes. Subscribing to my channel is completely free. You'll be able to see anytime I come live if you turn the notification bell. But on my channel, it's open for communication. That's what it's here for. And I also do live oracle readings if anybody wants that done. It's not a necessity, just something that I've been doing for a while. So if anybody would like that done, that wouldn't be a problem either. Like I said, make sure and subscribe to the channel and be able to see anytime I come live. Try to come live as much as I possibly can. I know it's been a while since I've been live. thing with me not coming live as much is throwing off my algorithm a lot. So hopefully with me starting to come live again more often, that hopefully it'll build my algorithm back up. But like I said, I'd like to welcome everybody to my channel. Comment section's open, chat's open for anybody. I may not. There's at times I'll stay quiet here on everything, and that's just me and my mind thinking and waiting for communication, I guess you could say. But like I was saying, all in all, I'm just trying to build a community for communication, be able to get to meet people from around the world, help people with advice as much as I can, or try and give advice for people that are going through a situation that I have been through before. Who's to say this experience now that I'm going through now and everything, who's to say 5 years or 10 years down the line that someone's going through it and they happen to come on my channel. It's another experience that I've had to deal with that I could possibly be able to help someone get through. Everything happens for a reason. I mean, whether it be a life lesson or something like that, everything happens for a reason. And you got to make the best out of every situation that you go through. And that's basically what I'm trying to do. That, like I said, comment section, chat section is open for everyone that wants to communicate. So there's no judgmental. Doesn't matter name, age, race, anything like that. Everybody is welcome on my channel. And everybody's free to subscribe. Subscribing is free. You'll be able to see anytime my notifications pop up or anything. You'll be able to see that. So, like I said, I would like to have more subscribers and everything so I can build a bigger community, get to know more people. I try and help everybody that I can in the way that I can. I mean, I haven't got any new Oracle decks in a while, but I probably eventually will be trying to get some more new ones here before too long, hopefully. I have my son to think about also, and so may not be very many new ones, but it'll probably be at one or two every now and then. But like I said, I do have my son to think about. That's going to be here in a couple months. So don't expect a whole lot of fancy new ones, but I hope everybody out there understands what I'm trying to say and everything. Like I said, I know my mind has a lot of different things going through it. I can talk about a lot of different things. I switched subjects a lot. This time I haven't really changed the subject. That's why I came on here. I actually originally didn't come on here to talk about this. I mean, I was gonna mention it, but I wasn't really gonna talk about it a whole lot. But um, one of my regulars came on and asked me what was going on. That I was sounding a little different than I normally do, and sometimes you can, well, not sometimes, most of the time, almost always you can tell what type of mood I'm in by the way I talk or my voice and everything. But I'm probably going to go ahead and end this live for tonight. Um, I I know I got a lot to do tomorrow. I might try and come on tomorrow night. Um, I won't be able to during the day because I'll be out, but I may try and come on tomorrow night to see if any of my other regulars pop in. I know it's a Sunday night, so but I hope you all will subscribe to the channel. Make sure and turn on your notifications. You'll be able to see anytime I come live. And always, I thank all of you all for subscribing and joining the channel, joining the live, watching the video, liking the video. And as always, I hope y'all have a blessed, wonderful day, morning, evening, wherever you're at, whatever time it is. And I will see you all in the next live, and I hope you'll have a blessed day.